We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, coming at you in the mountains of Vilcabamba. We are going on a hike right now, and I'm just miserable.
Oh no. Why?
I'm miserable because I feel like, I did a lot of work over the last week and I've totally caught up with everything I'm doing, and I have nothing to do today. I feel purposeless. I feel like pretty much miserable.
Oh dear. See, people come into this 3D reality with different missions. If you look at Mr. Monarch's birth chart, he was pretty much coming here to do business. He was like made for business. And if he doesn't have any clear focus and direction in terms of business, then he apparently gets miserable.
I don't know. I'm trying to meditate, because at some point I want to do no business, right? And when you're at this point, I guess, of nothingness, I guess you gotta face what's going on inside. And we went on a hike today. I guess Angela saw that I was miserable. Did you? Or I had nothing to do today? The reason was I started reading a book, Hilton Hotima's Man-Tired Consciousness again, and she's probably like, he's got nothing to do. Is that what happened?
Well, she's been wanting to come on this walk for a long time, and it seemed like a good opportunity.
Because I have nothing to do today. So here I am, on this hike, purposeless, missionless, walking a hill. I mean, I just want to go drown in food.
Oh no.
What else do I want to do?
Where is your bliss?
At some point, you just said my bliss is in business, obviously, so it doesn't matter where my bliss is. At some point, I'm going to be blissfulness.
Oh no.
So at some point, I'm going to start eating small amounts of food. Maybe a few years from now. Then what? I can't resort to food anymore. I got to face the emotional aspects of life and energy. Well, whenever I get to these points, though, there is something kind of special about it. Because I start to realize that my purpose is pretty much emanating love, right? So here I am on this hike, drowning in misery.
Oh no.
And what I tend to do is I start to look at energy. I start to look at the negative energies. And I send love and I heal. And it puts me back in that space of disciple. And back on the path of trying to become enlightened. So I guess you can say it is a good thing.
Are you going to ascend in 2012?
Alright guys, if you want to hear about 2012, I'll tell you about 2012. Nothing's going to happen, I'm sorry. Just like Y2K 2000, everything else, ever since I was born, the world was going to end or we're going to ascend or something like that. And it hasn't happened yet. After 2012 passes, we're going to find another date of some sort of extraordinary event. Maybe something Notre Dame has said.
If you're given the choice in 2012 whether to ascend or not, though, what are you going to do?
I'm going to ascend. Now, let's talk a little bit more about 2012 as I hike up this mountain. Okay, man's consciousness is extremely powerful. It has the possibility to dictate future events. So if the mass majority of the human consciousness wanted specific events to happen in 2012, then it's going to happen. And there is a big chunk of people pointing that direction. There's even been a movie about it. However, the things that man's consciousness really brings forth is light. And to be honest with you, this energy around 2012, I mean, there's some positive effects out there, and there's a lot of people that are sending positive vibes for it. However, I believe that the mass majority of it is kind of like the 9/11 crowd. Not that there's anything wrong with the 9/11 crowd, but there's a certain negativity towards that. Like, oh my God, humanity is just going downhill right now. We need this 2012 to ascend. That's not a positive energy. And there's not much strength behind that to bring it to fruition. It's all about love, baby. That's where we're going.
All you need is love.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love.
Love is all you need.
Love is all you need.
Love is all you
Love is all you need.
need. Love is all you need.
Love is all you need. Alright, guys. You know what happened just a minute ago? We walked into this forest and a bird fell on Angela's back and she screamed.
A baby bird.
A baby bird.
Tiny.
A tiny baby bird. And we thought it was injured. It was in Angela picked it up like, oh no! And we wanted to bring it home possibly, but we also felt that, you know, we don't want to take it out of its environment. But then after the bird got out of shock, it hopped up.
Yeah, I think probably not many people ever come on this path, and I think the whole nest of them got freaked out at the sounds of humans. They all started pooing when we were walking through there, and then suddenly I felt this poof on my back, and this baby bird hit me and then fell on the floor. And yeah, he was like totally in shock in my hand for the first few minutes, and then he suddenly jumped up, and I was like, whoa! And I got near the floor and he hopped off my hand, and he pooed all over my hand as well, so I now have baby bird poo hands.
All the birds pooed on the backpack, on me, on her. I guess in a way you could say we scared the poop out of them, right? Oh no.
So everybody please send love to the baby bird for his survival on the floor now.
He's okay. He actually jumped out of her hands and started hopping away, climbed a bit. It's fine. All right, everybody. I think we've babbled enough here today.
Should we show them when we get to the top?
Okay. We'll show you at the top and we'll see you in a bit. Okay. That was the second time. Angela just screamed at the top of her lungs and it almost scared the poop out of me. And I'm serious. Almost all over the floor there.
This is the poo expedition. I just saw an enormous rattlesnake. You saw it as well, right? It was like just around that corner. I looked down and I just saw this snake tail like, and then I saw like the rest of its body disappearing into the brush, and I just screamed so loud and it went away. It like skittered off into the bush.
You know what, guys? I'm not feeling so miserable anymore.
Is this entertaining enough for you?
We'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're like at the top of this hike here.
It's amazing the views from up here. This is Malacatos, the nearby kind of bigger town where we go to the markets on the weekend. Just look at all of that land out there, all that amazing fertile, flat, growing land. There's a cave down there as well, can you see it?
Yeah. And who do we got over here?
Angela Stokes Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, climbing to the top of the mountains, misery-free.
Woo!
And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.
When you eat consistent foods, the same things every single day, this is when your body starts to push you forward into requiring less and less food.